Hey, I bet you guys thought I was gone for good. No, I'm not. But I have been working really hard on some other projects. So I had to step away from here for a minute. But I'm coming to do a video today. Quick disclaimer before I start into this video. Only a hit dog will holler. I'll say that. Now, I've thought about the name of this video, what I wanted to title it. But what I do want to say is, have you ever set a boundary or rule for yourself and you vowed not to break it? Your own rule, only to find out that you break it. Hi, Princey. Hi. Go get mama. No, my dog coming in here to tell me this morning. Good morning. But yes, setting those boundaries because
People will what? People will always disappoint you and violate it.
that's right. I'm training my daughter. She knows very well
No, I'm training
what
you.
that means. She reminds me because I get off track. So I have to do a video and share with you guys learning lessons. People always use this L and frame it as loser, but it's really a lesson. So you have to take the negative and turn it into a positive. And it's a lesson. We deal with people on a daily basis and many of them teach us lessons. It's up to us to pay attention and learn what that lesson is. Now, so let me share information with you as to why you never break your rule for anybody, friend, family, associates. Stick to your rule. When you set your boundary, leave your boundaries in place. You want to come on and say hi? Okay.
You put me on your MacBook like you just fancy, huh? I know.
Anyway, so let me tell you a story. So first of all, let me say this. Sometimes, I don't know, people think I own a bank or that I am a bank. And so with that being said, I set I call myself setting boundaries and setting a rule saying that okay, I'm no longer going to loan money. Why is that, Samantha? Well, because I came to this analogy. Would I rather, if the friendship ends because I said, no, I can't loan you money, or no, that I'm not going to loan money, or that I have a rule, I don't loan money, a true friend's going to understand that and they're going to find another way to get the money that they need. So I have to ask myself, would I rather be detached from said friendship with my money still in my pocket because I honored myself and I followed my rule? I didn't break it based on someone else's needs, or break my rule, loan the money, and still not have the friendship because they didn't pay it back. Don't call, don't give an update. So, after giving that some serious thought, I'd rather keep my money, honor my word, stick to my rule. And if the friendship ends because of that, then it was never really a real friendship. So I found myself in the crosshairs of this situation. Now, I've broken that rule a few times. Some individuals give the money back immediately as they promised. Some lagged a little bit. They drop the communication, then they'll get back on track. This last situation, not so much. And I guess Shame on me because I didn't honor myself. I didn't stick to my rule. Now, sometimes they'll say rules are meant to be broken, but maybe some are. But under certain circumstances, you should honor the rule because I had someone that's I think it was September 1st. I mean, big, pleaded, promised, and the empathetic part of me, the giving part of me, my heart, because if I don't have my phone, I can use Uber to make other money and I get benefits on the, let's say the 10th. I don't know if it was the 8th or the 10th. I get my benefits on the 10th and I promise I'm going to pay you back immediately. Now, your word should be your bond because if you don't have your word, what do you have? You don't have anything. And you burn a bridge that way. Okay? So, this person, my first thought was no because my rule is I don't loan money. And this is the other thing that baffles me. They prelude the ask with knowing what your rule is. So they'll say something like this: Hey, Samantha, I know you have a rule, you don't loan money. I respect that. I respect you. But I really, really need this loan. I really need this favor. I promise I'm going to pay it back immediately. We've been knowing each other for years. You know, I respect you. I respect that rule. I know you had that rule in place. Why do people put you in a position to have to tell them no when they say they already know what the rule is? Well, I don't know. But guess what? Again, shame on me because as soon as they said they knew what the rule was, I should have followed up and said, so and so, I love you. You know what my rule is. So you putting me in a position to have to tell you no. But I don't have the heart sometimes to say that. So what do? I break the rule. I loan the money. Like I said, I've broken it before in the past and it didn't bite me in the butt. This time, it bit me in the butt. So that person begged, pleaded. Here we are. What's today's date? The 15th. Now, unless that person is in a coma somewhere, they've straight burnt a bridge. Because here's the deal: when you borrow money from someone and you promise to pay them back, I don't care how much money it appears that I have, or how much money you may think that I have, but if I do have it, it's for me to take care of me and my family. And then I'll go into some money that I had no intentions of going into to loan it to you with your promise to repay it as soon as you got your benefits, only for you to go dark. You've gone silent. Now, like I said, unless this person is in a coma, that would be the only excuse for not reaching out. You picked up the phone to call me, to ask me out of your mouth for this money because it was dire straits. Your livelihood depended on it. And being the friend that I am, I broke my own rule. So I wasn't being a friend to myself. Let's go there. Be a friend to yourself first and foremost. Who's most important? You are. And I'm telling this to you if you are a person who loans money, or if you're on the fence about loaning money, if you've made that a rule or a boundary, stick to it. Because I don't want to see you on here making a video or on the phone venting to somebody else about loaning money and the person didn't pay you back. Not only that, don't even have the wherewithal or the respect to call you. Like I said, they picked up the phone to call to borrow the money, even if you were not going to have the money or have all the money. It's just human decency to pick up the phone, same as you did, to ask for the money, put those same big girl, big boy underwear on, call, and say if you're not going to have the money, or can I have an extension? Show some gratitude and some continued thankfulness for the person even bending and breaking the rule to help you. That was to help you. It did no favors for me. I'm not charging interest on the money. It did no favors for me. Now, maybe if you start charging interest, maybe people won't borrow. But who has time to do all of that? And from what I've learned is this: if a person is in a constant cycle of always having to borrow at some point, you are becoming an enabler to that person between them and God, between them and the universe, whatever, whichever one it is you roll with. You are stepping in the way of the lesson they need to learn because you're always saving them. You're always being Captain Save a person. When that happens, the person's not learning the lesson. They're not sitting in what it is they need to sit in order to figure out how to get their finances together so that they don't stay in this loop. So I guess in that last situation, I was an enabler. I hate to look at it that way, but I have to rationalize it somehow. And I'm bothered by it because now that person has burnt a bridge. Why haven't I heard from you? Why haven't you sent a text message? Now, one might say, well, maybe that person is in a coma. Maybe that person is in the hospital. How do you know? Glad you asked. I know because we're in this wonderful thing called social media. So if I see you liking or posting or forwarding something on Instagram or some other social media area, then clearly you're not in a coma. Even if you're in a hospital, you can say, hey, I'm in a hospital. But how do you conveniently forget that you owe this person money you didn't forget? And then people have the nerves to turn around and get an attitude with you when they owe you money and you ask them for it. Now, I haven't asked for it because I'm not going to chase. I shouldn't have to ask for it. You know you owe it. They know they owe it. So you shouldn't have to chase people for money. Now, if it's a significant amount of money, then okay. So again, sometimes we have to take some of these things as a L, not being a loser, but it being a lesson. So I just wanted to come on here and make this video and just say, and I violated myself. I broke my own rule. I didn't adhere and stick to the boundary. So I vow to myself, I'm making another promise to myself. I will not break that rule again. I don't care who it is. I don't care what the circumstances are. Like I said, some things are between that person and a higher source, a lesson that they need to learn. And maybe I'm here to be a part of teaching them that lesson. The lesson, the power of rules, the power, the importance of boundaries. Now, in the comments section, chime in. Are you a person that is either always borrowing, or are you a person that's always loaning and enabling other people? Other conversations I'd like to have are um, so those some of those types of people are transactional friends. There's a transaction, but it's often one sided. Often one sided. And let me speak on this too. So a person may not necessarily have money or something monetary to give to you in return, just under the umbrella of reciprocity, right? But what can you contribute on the other end? What kind of value can you be to your friend that you can go to and get things from? That you can cry on their shoulder, that you can trauma dump on them? What do you give back in return? How often are you checking in on that friend without asking for something or without having an issue when you contact them? How often are you reaching out to them just to say, "Hey, how you doing? Thought about you. Just checking in. How's your health? How's your condition? How's the house? How's everything going? How are you feeling?" Without something being asked for on the back end. Because I get a lot of that too. I won't hear from people until they need something. This is a new season. I will tolerate none of that anymore. If reciprocity is not in the pot, then that pot needs to get out of the kitchen. This is a season of reciprocity. If you don't have anything to give, then you should not be asking.
Clock it.
My daughter said, clock it. And so these are just facts. It's not to come down on anybody, it's just food for thought. So think about those things. But I'm back and I have some more video information, some more videos to share with more information in different lanes. So I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. I'll tell you what I've been working on in the next video, but I had to come and make this video because it's so fresh. I'll let you know if I ever got my paper back, but I'm not going to chase. We'll see. It just speaks to people's character, their motives, and their intentions. And I'm here for all of it. Like I said, all of it is a learning lesson. All of these what are they, mama? NPCs? All of these MPs. I'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, Talks with Sam. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back and I love engaging with you guys in the comments section. Hey, whatever comments you have, leave them. And I'm going to end this video with saying, like I said in the beginning, only a hit dog will holler. Okay? I'll see you guys. Thumbs up the video, share it, comment in the comment section. See y'all later. Bye.